Hey, what's up guys? It's Rick with the Digital Divide, and today I want to talk about video games that are based off of comic books or superheroes. This is going to be a subjective list as always. Your opinions might be different from mine, but with that said, let's go ahead and get started at number 10. So at number 10 we've got Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I remember playing this on the Xbox 360 back in the day. It's just an amazing game because it lets you play a huge number of superheroes from the Marvel comics. There are so many to collect, and that's half the fun in this game. It's just so much fun to play. Had really impressive cinematics for the time that rivaled any game that I had seen before it. The gameplay takes place from an isometric perspective, so it's from above the characters and you control up to 4 at once, and you can switch between them whenever you want. In between missions you can swap out different heroes. It's just a whole lot of fun. The boss fights were great, and it also had a really good variety of locations.
So, still you persist in this foolish quest of a correct, so...
Number 9.
Transgressions of the past shape actions to come. As offspring turns into adversary, yesterday's loss leads to madness. And God becomes tyrant, becomes outcast, becomes dust, as factions dissolve and form, and lust for power enslaves all. Such folly and futility in the grand design. Curious how lines once clearly defined become blurred. Perhaps it is time for them to be redrawn.
So yes, at number 9 we have Injustice 2. This is one of the best fighting games ever made, in my opinion. The story is absolutely incredible. It was so good that I played through the entire game in 2 sittings. The visuals still hold up today. It's just a really, really great game from the guys who made Mortal Kombat, NetherRealm Studios. And it's just a top-tier fighting game and so much fun. Number 8.
Units to the Hellraiser who kills these so-called Guardians of the Galaxy.
We got this. Guys, huddle up! We'll win this together. Hit the music! Rejoice! You made it just in time for the miracle. All you tracks!
I am putting you and your crew under arrest for
Actually, can I call you back?
What?
Tracks destroyed!
So at number 7 we have X-Men Mutant Academy. This was a PlayStation 1 game that came out a long time ago, and if I'm not mistaken, it is one of the first 3D games to feature these characters, and at the time that this released, I was just blown away by how smooth the animations were. I just had so much fun with this game. I put so many hours into it. A sequel did come out, but I always liked the original better. And you get to fight with a bunch of different characters. You can see I'm fighting Wolverine now. Here's an example of Storm. You also fight like other characters like Magneto, Beast, Gambit. There's just so many in here, and they all look and control really well.
They call me Storm.
Most unwise.
Number 6. So at number 6 we have Batman Vengeance, and this was based on the Batman animated TV show that I used to watch as a kid. So the aesthetic isn't like mind-blowing or anything. I remember playing this back on the GameCube when it came out. So it's not the most visually impressive game, but it was designed that way intentionally because they wanted it to look just like the cartoon, and it did. And this game at the time was a lot of fun. It doesn't hold up particularly well today, but at the time I really enjoyed playing this one. Number 5.
Capcom presents Marvel vs. Capcom.
Marvel vs. Capcom is one of my favorite all-time games. I am lucky enough to own the arcade cabinet for this, and I play it all the time. It's just so much fun. It's so smooth and fluid. You have such a variety of Marvel characters to choose from, and then you also have the Street Fighter characters, and they are awesome. So this game I cannot recommend highly enough. It was the first of hopefully many arcade machines that I'll get when I have more space. But this is just a classic game. At number 4 we have a lesser-known Capcom game called The Punisher, which I played back in the arcade years ago. This is a really great game. It lets you choose between playing as the Punisher or Nick Fury. The gameplay is very reminiscent of something like Streets of Rage. It's a side-scrolling 2D fighter, but the animation is really smooth, the sprites are big, really impressive at the time. Number 3. So yes, at number 3 we've got Batman Arkham Asylum. This is hands down my favorite of the trilogy that came out back on the Xbox 360 and PS3 era. This game is just so much fun, and visually, I think it still looks stunning all of these years later. It's just such a great game. It used the same version of the Unreal Engine that Gears of War ran on, and it was just a really, really solid game overall, and one of the very first truly incredible 3D adventure superhero-based games that had come out. Number 2.
X-Men.
So yes, at number 2 we have X-Men. This is the arcade cabinet. I absolutely loved this game growing up. I can't even tell you how many quarters I dropped in this thing. This was a 4-player arcade cabinet, so you could play it with 3 other friends or strangers at your local arcade, and it was just so much fun. The animation was so fluid. There was a bunch of really epic boss battles. I think the first one was Pyro, Blob's in there, Juggernaut, Magneto. It's just so much fun. So 1UP Arcade actually makes a 4-player arcade cabinet for this game, and I do plan to buy it. Right now it's on sale for $500. I'm going to wait till it drops down a little bit, because these go on sale a lot, sometimes as low as like $200. So once it drops down a little bit more, I plan to pick it up. Number 1.
You're Spider-Man. Look, next time, leave the fighting to the pros. Okay, but what if there aren't any around? Good one. New York! Now you've been summoned for a special occasion.
I'm the one who kept order in this city!
Apparently the show's not over. Is there anyone left in New York who doesn't want me dead? A thin line between living and dying. I'm on the edge and I might just die.
Next time you get in my way, I will not be so gentle.
Girl problems again.
Gotcha! Shut up! Coming up! Feel the rush! Hands up! Feel the rush! I said this ain't legendary.
Alright, so yeah, number 1 was Spider-Man, without a doubt, one of the best comic book-based video games ever created, hands down. Just an absolute masterpiece. So that's going to do it for me today, guys. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any recommendations that you think I missed in this video, feel free to put those in the comments.